Hey there, my name's Paul and this is Out of Neutral, a weekly vlog where we look to the Bible to get in gear and follow Jesus into the life he came to make possible. And today I want to talk about how to go 24/7 with your faith. I don't think we want to compartmentalize our faith, but often we do. We don't try to be Sunday Christians, but the label sometimes fits. It can be a struggle to connect our faith with the rest of our week. When you're cleaning up after your kids or facing a deadline at work, does it matter that you're a Christian? Is there a Christian way to approach architecture or sales or manufacturing? Should there be something distinctive about a Christian's shopping, free time, or sleep schedule? I'd like to suggest 3 biblical principles that can help you take your faith 24/7. First, let God be your motivation. Why you do what you do matters. In 1 Peter 2:19, Peter calls it a gracious thing when, mindful of God, one endures his sorrows while suffering unjustly. Other translations use the word commendable instead of gracious thing. Obviously, there's nothing particularly commendable or noble about suffering in itself. It's not virtuous to be treated unfairly if you're miserable about it. But the verse says, when you choose to endure unjust suffering because you're mindful of God, it becomes an act of grace. The same thing is true of everything we do. That's what's behind the great promise of Proverbs 3:6, where it says, in all your ways acknowledge him, and he will make your paths straight. Acknowledging God in everything means seeing all that you do in light of him and his will. It means making him your motivation and letting your awe and gratefulness toward God energize your actions. I remember walking home from kindergarten when I was a little child and picking some flowers for my mother. They were just weeds, but she carefully put them in water and displayed them like I'd brought home some exotic bouquet. Motivation matters. Being mindful of God changes the way you treat a difficult client or perform a monotonous task. It affects how you see your coworkers or treat your family and manage your free time. Secondly, do everything in love. The second principle sounds like a Hallmark card, right? Do everything in love sounds like something that you'd see cross-stitched on a doily. But it actually comes in one of the most macho passages in all of Scripture. In 1 Corinthians 16:13, Paul says, be watchful, stand firm in the faith, act like men, be strong. Those are pretty strong words. So being watchful pictures a military lookout or prison guard. Standing firm is a call to courage. Being strong is all about power. But watch this. The very next verse says, let all that you do be done in love. Obviously, Paul isn't being sentimental. What does it mean to do everything in love? He's talking about love is self-sacrifice. Love is service. Love is an action. Matt Perman puts it like this. To have love as a guiding principle of our lives means that our continual mindset in all we do should be what will serve the other person. It is not what will serve me, but what will serve them. The guiding mindset of our lives is to be, how can I do good for others? How can I benefit my neighbor? Would it change the way you work if you saw your responsibilities as opportunities to serve individuals and society as a whole, rather than merely earning a paycheck or living for the weekend? Would a focus on love help you see those you live and work with as people with needs rather than as tools to accomplish your goals? Thirdly, make good works out of the ordinary. We tend to limit our view of good works to the special and extraordinary things of life. We think that a missions trip counts for God, but we're not so quick to see the virtue in less flashy acts of grace. The Bible presents good works differently. For example, 1 Timothy 5:10 speaks of someone with a reputation for good works. But then he gives us examples of those good works: raising children, hospitality, and caring for those who are sick. Simple acts become powerful ones when we do them in faith. Again, Matt Perman says it well. He says, according to the scriptures, good works are not simply the rare, special, extraordinary, or super spiritual things we do. Rather, they are anything we do in faith. You just need to go about all the things you already do, but do them in faith. That is, for the glory of God and the good of others. Now, I think that's a good description. The only thing that I would add to Perman's description is to add the actual planning of your day to the things that you do in faith. Let God set the agenda for your day, and then let His love motivate your own as you seek to glorify Him in the ordinary, mundane matters of life. And that's all for this time. If today's video has helped you get out of neutral, share it with your friends and subscribe to join us on the journey.